Okay, so we should be, I think we're live. Yeah. So we're going to leave a few minutes maybe to let people start joining. And yeah, so can you guys hear me? All good? Ksenia,
All
Tomas?
good, all perfect, yeah.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, let's see. How was your morning? How is everything going for you guys?
Good.
All good?
Yeah, so we're expecting some snow in Dublin tomorrow.
Oh.
So we just try to be prepared before unexpected weather conditions here.
Oh wow. Okay, that's not the greatest news, but I don't know. It doesn't
Just
stick.
for Christmas mode, you know.
Yeah, it's
some
good
atmosphere.
if it's going to stay until Christmas. Yeah, I think that's great.
I think so, but yeah.
Okay. So Tomas, where are you now? You're in Vilnius?
Yeah, I am in Vilnius, and there was quite a lot of snow this morning. Was surprised a bit.
Okay.
You have Saint Nicholas yesterday, right? It's your surprise or gift from Saint Nicholas.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's getting cold.
Yeah, well, as long as we have some some snow for the winter, that's going to be for Christmas. That's going to be great. Okay, so I don't know. Should we leave another minute, or should we wait for people who are a bit late? Or I think it's good, right? We're 2 minutes past our start time. So, okay. So, hi everyone. Thank you for joining to the Future of CX in Lithuania and Latvia. Very excited to have this webinar going. I have an amazing team here with me. We're going to start by doing a quick pass around the microphone to present ourselves, so you guys know who you're talking, who's talking. And because I'm already talking, I'll go first. So my name is Dominic. I run this customer experience agency, ROCA. So I'm the founder. What we do is we automate businesses. We focus on delivering great customer experiences. We help companies save revenue and increase revenue, look at the right tickets and optimize their Zendesk. And I've also worked at Zendesk. I have 9 years of experience. Don't imagine myself doing anything else. So yeah, let's see. Ksenia, you're next.
Yeah, hello, good morning. Thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Ksenia. For those who don't know me, I work with Zendesk and I am account executive here for SMB market. I'm covering Lithuania and Latvia as well. And today I'm going to talk about CX trends, about customer traps and how to avoid them.
Excellent. Tomas.
Hello, everyone. I am Tomas. I have been with Zendesk for 3.5 years. I dare to call myself a Zendesk expert. I do administer a large Zendesk account. So that basically has around 18 brands connected to it. And I additionally do freelancing works to other companies too regarding Zendesk implementations. So I also do not imagine doing anything else, same as Dominic, since I really like Zendesk because it's customizable, very customizable and very robust tool. And I just decided to join this webinar and share the customer experience as from administration point of view.
Excellent. So for everyone who's here, stay till the end. There's a very cool giveaway at the end with a QR code. I've never done a QR code, but someone helped me do it. Anyway, it wasn't difficult to do. So yeah, there's a free giveaway that you're going to use your phone to use this QR code to access. So now, Ksenia, I think we're good, right? Let's look at the customer experience trends and traps. Really excited to see that.
Yeah, let me share my screen, please. So I already introduced myself. Yeah, and yeah, we all know we'll be talking about customer service, and we all know that customer service is a competitive differentiator, important to customers and a profit-generating force for our companies. But to be honest, the customer service is much more than that we can get credit for. And it's not about answering calls from your customers. It's not about responding to an emails, or it's not about just to give them an empathetic answer. So whenever your organization is a champion of customer service, which we are going to celebrate, or you just started to scale and grow, a great customer service team is a game changer. And you all know that customer service can help you to get new business, to attract new businesses, to boost retention and increase sales from your existing customers. And in other words, customer service should be your game changer. And back in time, we surveyed 97,000 of the customers, C-level of agents over 21 countries, and we are aware about some CX trends. And what we learned actually, we learned that, just a second, that customer service can drive bigger profits, that customer expectations now are higher than ever, that CX leaders have some roadblocks to avoid, but at the same time, they have a high performance that have done their work right. And we learned that emerging technologies can accelerate growth. But together with trends, there are some traps to come. And actually, customer service teams face increased pressure to deliver both for executives and for the customers. And of course, impressive customers can help you to grow your revenue and just to stand out and kickstart growth. But inefficient workflows, faded technology, and burnout agents can bring your success to a halt. And our first trap is about what the customer want, what they want actually. And our first trap flies in face of what most companies consider the goal of customer service. But most of the companies don't realize if the customers really want to be wowed or what their expectations are. And actually, while 60% of the customers surveyed gave themselves high marks for services, only 54% of customers reported that customer service feel like an afterthought. And 68% of the customers say that there is still room for improvement. And only 18% of the customers are satisfied with the channels that they offer. 20%, a bit less than 20%, rate their resolution as extremely strong. And 21% says it's extremely easy for customers to interact with their businesses. And what do customers really want? They want speed, they want convenience, and they want customers to listen, companies to listen. And actually, here is the trap number 2. Going in on customer service, easy to say, but hard to do. And many of us have been saying that, okay, customer service is a key differentiator. We read a lot of reports. We say that customers are important to every business, but at the same time, we neglect to give a seat on at the table for customer service. And case in point, 72% of business leaders say customer service is a critical business priority, and 40%, surprisingly, report that it's still not owned by anyone is in a C-suite. And here is the trap. Actually, remember we were talking about what customers want, and actually many businesses consider each customer's interaction as an opportunity to drive improvements into your products and, of course, your strategic framework. Customers can tell you what is working, and what's not working at the real time. And actually, customer leaders must review and hear their feedback because it's a way to improve their products and their customer service. And only 20% of the businesses report that they are viewing customer service metrics on a daily basis, and 40% of them reviewing customer service metric on a monthly basis. But that's not enough. That's apparently not enough, actually. And 80% of responders, they report that their senior compensation is linked to customer service. At the same time, 52% reported that their compensation somehow is linked to CSAT scores. And 38% reported that compensation linked to NPS scores, and 26% reported that compensation is linked to customer retention. But clearly, here is the big opportunity. And the value is of the customer service is very real. And 64% of the customer service reported that they have a positive impact on their company's growth. 60% reported customer service improves customer retention, and half of them reported that improvements in customer service have increased their ability to cross-sell. But without a real commitment to customer service, executives risk the opportunity for meaningful change. And actually, to realize a full benefits, and executives need to give customers a seat on the customer service table. And here's the result from the high-performing companies. High-performing companies are 9.2 times more likely to report that senior leaders view customer services metrics daily. 7.7 times more likely to strongly agree that senior leaders immerse themselves in customer service. 6.2 times more likely to have customer service owned by C-suite executives. 5.7 times more likely to have a 3-year strategic plan for customer service, and 2.4 more likely to report that senior leadership compensation is directly linked to NPS score. And actually, I know that's really hard to force C-leaders to shadowing your calls or just to participate in your daily work activities. But what we can do, we can empower them with statistics, with analytics, and with the customer feedback. And make sure that you are creating a clear story and push it up, over, and out to everyone responsible for CX trends, customer service, which means basically everyone is responsible at the company. Trap number 3, customer service is still seen as a cost center. And obviously, customer service teams are busy. And support requests increased by 40% in customer requests during the last year. It started from just questions to help to fix some issues or just to help to choose a right item. And we should expect those numbers keep rising. And here's the question, are support organizations funded correctly? And here's the things are a little bit sticky because only 30% of the businesses plan to increase their budget by 10% this year and 21% next year. But it doesn't keep pace with the growth in customer requests. So it shouldn't be, because it's not like as a simple one-to-one ratio, but it's clear that many teams do more with less. And actually, companies are still failing to keep up with anticipated increases in customer service tickets volume over the next 12 to 24 months. And in fact, ticket volumes, like our prediction, that the ticket volumes increase again from 3 to till 9%. And actually, it's higher than investment levels. And you might be wondering what exactly generate revenue, how customer service generates revenue. And it's the customer service really drives positive revenue growth, retention, and upselling and cross-selling. And what you can do, you can train your agents, you can talk about your products and make them be not really offer value, but also be an advisor for your customer service. So agents are burnout and feel undervalued. And nobody is surprised because during the COVID time, when all shops were shut down or closed, the only one human that you can talk to, it was your agent, and it was actually your customer service agent. And if you're talking about the agents, 58% of agents recognize that their role is growing in importance. 44% of agents report that their work is more strategic than it was 2 years ago, and 40% of agents say that they are not treated as well as other teams in the company. And it seems that we are not doing a stellar job at showing agents that we really appreciate their work. And this is so important to recognize because unhappy agents are a slippery slope towards higher churn rates and dissatisfied customers. And your customers do notice that. It doesn't mean that burnout should happen. But remember, it's not about only self-care, but it's about care of each other. And of course, you may give your customers more agents more time. You can provide them with access to different meditation app, just to different tools to deal with the stress. This is all good, but there is another way to make them happy. And it's about training, train your customers, agents, because your agents need a manageable workloads, better performance metrics, and of course, more trainings. And only 1 in 5 agents have a high level of satisfaction with their trainings. 62% of agents report that more training would improve their performance, and 68% of customers agree that agents need better training. High-performing companies understand it, and they train their agents more. They care about their agents, and they respect their agents' needs. And it helped them to reduce churn and increase profits, because happy customers, happy agents, it's equal. And our last trap is about disjoint systems, confuse customers and employees, and halt growth. So to reach your goals, to be successful in customer service, you need to have the right tool in place. And if the right hand isn't talking to the left hand, so it makes your customer confused. What I mean by saying that? I mean that your customers, when you reach out to your companies, they expect personalization each and every time they reach out to you. 71% of the customers don't want to repeat information, and they would like your agents share information internally. And 89% of the customers are willing to spend more at the companies that offer self-service option. So because instead of wasting your time by searching for an answer in your knowledge base or just talking to your agents, you can provide your customers with a strong knowledge base, and they can find an answer by themselves more quickly. And actually, 26% of companies say they need a new internal workflow and processes, and 90% of the customers say will spend more time with the companies that personalize and streamline their experiences. This is about statistic, and this is about what we learned. And now Dominic will demonstrate how it works on practice. Dominic, over to you.
Exciting and enlightening, actually.
More numbers, a lot of numbers.
But it's a little bit daunting because I have 20 minutes to do this demo, and there's a lot to show. Like you don't make it easy. It's going to be a bit of a ride. But anyway, I will do my best to share the things that I love. I love doing these presentations and doing these demos, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. I enjoyed building it out. And I'm going to also share my screen because I would like to show you exactly what we're going to be looking at. I know that some of you use Zendesk. I know that you're already experts, and to you, I apologize in advance if you know these things, but I'm sure that you'll find stuff that you maybe don't necessarily come across every day. So let me share my screen. So can you guys confirm you can see my screen? Is it loading?
Yes.
You can see it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. So the support channels that we will be looking at during the demo, we're going to be looking at the widgets. And in the widget, we're going to have, don't worry if you don't know what this means, if you've not used Zendesk, I'll explain once we move through the presentation, through the demo. We're going to look at the widgets. In the widget, we're going to have the chat functionality, chatbot, answer bot. We're going to look at a WhatsApp integration. We're going to look at a talk. So the telephony system to answer via the phone, a web form, and then Facebook if we have time. Now, as a disclaimer, we usually need around 2 hours to do this kind of demo, but we're doing it really fast in 20 minutes. So we're looking at the omnichannel solution, and these are the channels that I think that you can get inspired by. in terms of the social, in terms of the email, in terms of web forms, in terms of, for example, WhatsApp and Facebook, and also telephony system. Now, the products that we are going to be sweeping through are going to be from Zendesk Suite, and we're going to look at support, chat, guide, and explore. Don't worry, again, if you don't know what these are, I will explain as we move along. Now, what experiences we will be looking at? So we're going to be looking at from two perspectives, one from the client's perspective and the other from the agent's perspective. So I'm going to show you how the client interface looks like and how they interact, and then what it looks like for an agent and how they can handle these requests. If they are well trained, if they have had their stress reduced, like as Ksenia mentioned. Okay, so let's go ahead. So I have an example that I have built out. I have built out a retailer. I called it Kaido. This is the logo that I came up with, and it's an online retailer selling products and services. It sells, windows, furniture, couches, stuff like that, and it sells services around this, around these products. Right? They deliver them, they install them, and so on. Now, because this is seasonal, I want to make it put it in context with a meme that I found very interesting. So, because the holidays are coming, right? So, the 4 horsemen of customer requests during the holidays. What is that, right? Where is my order? Everyone wants to know where their order is. The promo code isn't working. That happens. Will it come before Christmas? Boo-hoo. You want to be able to gift that, put it under the tree. So of course, is it going to come before Christmas? Can I get a refund? Or I've changed my mind, I want something else, right? These probably sound very familiar, especially if you sell things online. So they're very relatable. So that's why I thought bringing these up. Now, the good thing is that you can automate these and get rid of them. You can essentially, with this new functionality from Zendesk, it's probably 4 weeks old, maybe 5, since they launched this updated functionality with bots to use to ping APIs, to use a bit of, let's say, not programming, because you don't need programming to do it, but a little bit more advanced way to communicate with backends to give these results. Like, for example, how to handle where is my order? And I have an example for you. With our retailer, for example, I have installed this widget, and it's greeting me here, and I'm just going to initiate it. So first it says, it greets me. This can be in your verbiage, whatever you want it to be. It can be as friendly as you want. In my experience, I need to make this short and sweet. I've noticed that a lot of companies tend to make the bot like a person, and the bot tells you their life story. Nobody cares. I don't. Has to be short and sweet. That's my advice. Working and doing this ever since the chatbots have come around for about 4 or 5 years, and working in Zendesk for as long as 9 years. Short and sweet. Now, as well, you have to keep in mind that your customers want to, the bots aren't necessarily to everyone's satisfaction. So you want to leave a back door for them to talk to a human, if they so want to, right? Somebody doesn't want to talk to a bot, somebody prefers to it. They, especially Gen Z and millennials, sometimes we don't necessarily want to talk to someone. It's like, maybe we just want to find the answer ourselves. And that's why we made these, let's say, predefined answers. So I put this here. I created these flows in my bot to take care of, for example, where's my order? And I want to see that. Where is my order? This is what I'm looking for. Because I want to see if it comes before Christmas, right? I want to see if I can put it under my tree. Okay, so an existing order or a new order? Well, I want an existing one because I have already placed the order with this online retailer. So now what we do is we collect the order number. I'm still interacting with a bot, right? No agent conversation has happened. This hasn't been escalated to an agent because there's no need for it, at least not yet. Of course, you have to be clever about these and build these out according to your business and according to how much you want your customer to interact with the bots until you pass them over to an agent. Now, let's see, an order number. Okay, so I have this with I have integrated this with DHL, right? So this is something which is now the bot is going to DHL. It's asking like, hey, DHL, I have this order number. Which is this. Do you know anything about it? Now, DHL tells me, yes, this is shipped, and you can track your order in transit here. And I can click the link and I can see where my order is. Okay, so ship, I can see where it is. Wow, super. So then this is actually very cool. Was this problem solved, or do I still need help? I'm going to say that yes, this was actually solved. Okay, perfect. And now the conversation has ended. No human has yet interacted with me. So that's good. I'm getting rid of repetitive requests. Nobody wants to do those. So that's why it's good to get rid of them, so agents can just focus on resolving tasks with their skill set and their analytical skills, and everybody likes to solve problems. Now, I realized as a customer, like, hey, I forgot the invoice. You know what? So you know what? Where is my invoice? Where is my invoice? I'm just going to type it out. Okay, so now let's see. The bot will now. This functionality now is called the answer bot functionality. Before it was the chat bot. Now it's a answer bot. The answer bot is a machine learning from Zendesk that what it does is it matches the keywords of what I'm looking for. Like I type something and it takes the keywords in my written request, then it goes into the knowledge base, right? In my knowledge base to see if I have any frequently asked questions, like any answers to this question. So in this case, the bot went and said, looked in the knowledge base and said, how do I download my invoice? And I found this article for you. Wow, this looks like exactly what I needed. Okay, now we're doing the switch to Zendesk Guide. Now this is the Zendesk Guide, is the place, it's a content management system or CMS from Zendesk where you can keep your knowledge base. Frequently asked questions. And for example, I have landed in this article and I can read how I can download my my invoice. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this because I think it's a very cool, and not necessarily just cool, but the successful companies that I interact with, they all have a knowledge base. You have to, in order to be a badass in gaming the system, at least to get rid of the repetitive requests, you have to have a knowledge base. You have to have documented processes for different parts of your business, both internal and external, right? Internal is for your agents to use, so you don't always answer the same question, like your, for example, your team leaders hire someone new and they have to answer all the questions. No, you can write an article about it and then the agents can just go read how they can solve processes, and they are already trained, let's say, and then they just ask a question, I don't know, something very specific, but it saves you a lot of time. Now there's also the public one meaning it's customer facing, and this is, for example, the customer facing. I am able to find this on Google as well. If I type this on Google, it gets indexed and I am able to see it. Now, I'm going to guide you through the functionality here a little bit because I think it's super interesting. I can give feedback to see if it's good or not and see these in reports. I can submit a request if this didn't help and it takes me to a form. Now, remember in the presentation, like the very short one that I shared, I said that we are going to look at web forms. This is the one. Now, what I can do is let's see, Dominic, let's put Dominic, the CX guy. This is a test email it's an email that I use for testing in here. Okay, so what product am I interested in? This form I can customize however I want. I can add fields, I can subtract fields according to what I need to collect from the customer so I can solve the request faster. It's up to me, to my business, to your business to figure out what you need to collect from your customers. Now, let's see. What do I want to buy? Well, I want to buy couches, please. How much is the blue couch? Well, so as you see, as I'm typing in the subject, now that machine learning is already still trying to help me with some article suggestions. It finds, based on my keywords, trying to suggest some articles so it can maybe help me deflect this request, and I don't have to send it into the system. I don't have to send it into Zendesk or for an agent to pick up. Now, again, this is helping you save time, and that's why I am emphasizing it's very important to have a knowledge base, because look how much you can help the user throughout the way, and maybe help them get rid of the request by themselves. They can find the answer themselves. How much is the blue couch? I am not going to bother with these. because I just want to know. I don't have an order ID because yeah, it's I just want to buy a new product. Okay, now this has been submitted. This is the homepage of my help center, or guide as it's now called. This is the out-of-the-box version. I have not applied any customization to it. So the thing about it is you can customize it to match your exact company branding. It can look exactly like you want with a bit of coding. Doesn't come out of the box, but there are themes out there, and there's also development work that you can outsource or maybe in-house to build this out to match your exact company's branding. Now you can see I have here some. These are some sections that I built out. I also have a community, which I also see here. Which the community is like a forum where I can ask questions. Maybe somebody in the community already has answered what I'm looking for, and they answer for me. Again, deflecting some of the tickets, some of the potential requests that come into the system. Zendesk uses this very well, and about 4% of the user base of Zendesk spend time in the community. And I don't know, they like the product so much they just answer requests there for people who are like, hey, how do I create a macro? And people are like, yeah, well, it's easy. Just go there, blah, blah, do, I don't know. That's not how you create a macro. Just don't take my advice for that. Okay, good. So I've showed you this. I've showed you the web form. Now let's go into, okay, WhatsApp. Very cool. We're going to jump into Zendesk in a sec. I just want to finish the customer experience. So this is my WhatsApp for web I'm using. And I have my Kaido store, as I call it. This is a WhatsApp for business. It doesn't work with regular numbers. Like don't try testing this out with your personal number. You have to have a WhatsApp for business number. So hi there. Let me just say hello here real quick. Now, because this is not a Zendesk product, right? Obviously, this is WhatsApp belongs to Meta, and Meta is well, the mother company of Facebook and Instagram, and now WhatsApp. So the functionality here looks a little bit different. Doesn't look like in my widget, obviously, right? That widget has been built by Zendesk to cater to Zendesk functionality, and this one looks pretty good. It's been updated. I don't know. This has been updated like 3 weeks ago, something like that. So it looks very much cooler. It used to look less cooler, but now it looks much cooler. So the bot greets me again. So try typing or choose an option. Well, do I want to talk to an agent? Do I want an invoice? Do I want to see products? You know what? Actually, I am gonna want to talk to a human. This is what I need right now. This is my thing. Okay, so now I've requested a chat. Now what I've done here is I have escalated this to an agent. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into Zendesk and let's see. So I am in Zendesk right now. So I am not going to, as you see here, I have something which says accept. This is my chat request. Best practice is to, when you have chat channels, to answer quite fast. It's not good. It's not nice to wait. So, but for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to walk you through where we're looking here. For those of you who don't use Zendesk. Now, as an agent, most of my time I'm going to be spending in here, in the views or queues or folders where I see my tickets. How I have these structured is tailored to my business. Now, these are completely customizable. So the way that I have them, right, I have the urgent tickets that require the fastest attention, my tickets, unassigned tickets. This is where you spend a lot of time because you need to keep an eye out for tickets that are incoming into the system and assign them to different agents or different groups. Now, as you can see in here, I'm going to go over this new batch of tickets that I have here. I'm just going to continue showing you what I have here. Unsolved tickets in my groups. So if I finish the tickets that I'm working on and I assign all the tickets, and then I can go to unsolved tickets in my group to maybe help my team to solve some tickets. Then I have delivery. I then have some views for my channels. I have Facebook, I have chat requests, WhatsApp, I have web form, Instagram. And now I'm going to go in here and talk a little bit about the tickets. Now, this is my ticket for my view for unassigned tickets. So another cool functionality that I wanted to show you is, of course, you can see the status, the subject, you can see the channel, which is very cool. And you can filter by this functionality from Zendesk, which actually takes the cake is the next SLA breach, the SLA breach, so, or the service level agreement. Now, this is a way for you to categorize your requests based on priority, so you don't let any ticket slip through. You can create business rules based on the SLA. Oh, look, somebody's calling me. So I am now an agent, and I need to answer a call. So let's say I'm going to answer this this call because somebody's calling me. So what this does is it obviously opens a ticket for me. I didn't do anything. I forgot to lift my hands beforehand. But what it does is it automatically creates a ticket for me. Once I answer it, it's assigned to me. And now, as you can see, there's this ticket created, and there's also a call recording automatically added to the ticket. You can go back, you can listen to this in the future to see how your agents are doing, to see if they need training. Remember what Ksenia mentioned, right? It's all a matter of goodwill to implement some good customer experience practices that you sometimes go check and see who needs a training and who doesn't. Now, back to this to finish the discussion about the SLAs. You can create business rules around these. So if these run out, for example, these are in red, shame on me. I haven't done a very good job. The thing is, I want you to see these and how they look like. These are very old, for example. But I can create business rules to say, if I have an hour until this expires, send an email to the assignee of the ticket or to the team leader, to make sure that these tickets are handled. Because first reply time and ticket resolution, these are two metrics in reports that are the most important to customer satisfaction. So if you do this right and you answer in a timely manner to your customers and you solve the ticket fast, well, as fast as you can, of course, they will give you a good experience and they will be satisfied with your service, and they will keep coming back and buying from you. And I know that's important for every business. Recurring revenue is, well, yeah, it's great. Much better than having to acquire new customers, much cheaper. Okay, so let's go to a random ticket, because I wanted to walk you through this. Actually, oh wow, wait, let me answer this request first, because we're going to look at a ticket. Let me answer this chat request, because I said let's not delay it, and I'm here. Okay, so let me explain what we're looking at. On the left-hand side, this is data relevant to my ticket, like everything related to what I need to solve the tickets, like the information that I need to collect from the user, from my customers, and I put it here, right? For example, I can add tags, I can add the products, I can add the order ID. This is relevant to me, right? I want to see at the end of each month, I want to see how many products people order. I want to see how many windows they order. I want to see how many couches they order. I want to see what's doing well, right? Because I maybe need to add more stock, or maybe I need to, maybe people are asking a lot of questions about chairs, and maybe it's because the delivery company that delivers chairs is running late all the time, and I need to maybe pick up the phone and say, hey guys, what's up? Did you mind not being late so much? Okay, so this is what I have on my left side. Now, in the middle, I have the conversation. So everything that I have discussed with the customer so far, what the bot talked to, with the customer. I see the history, and I can also see, that they have been transferred to me. They wanted to talk to me. Hi there, Dominic. I know this is confusing because it's Dominic talking to Dominic, but I hope it makes sense to you. Now, what I can do here is I can use a template, because I don't want to always, for example, ask for repetitive questions, because right, as I mentioned, you can save time with Zendesk and you can automate a lot of the processes. This is a semi-automated. For example, let's say I'm looking for a billing issue and ask customer, right? I'm asking a question pre-written for them to get back to me with this information before I can help them, right? I have this already written out, so I don't have to always type it. Now I go to WhatsApp, very quickly to the customer experience, and of course I can see this unfolding. Oh, okay, thanks. That's good. Now, this is, of course, updating real time in Zendesk. And then, okay, I can just consider this solved. Have a nice day. and I'm going to go and I'm going to solve the ticket. Now, what this does is very important as also in this in the trends, as Ksenia mentioned. You need to ask feedback. You need to make sure your customers will tell you. If they don't like something, they'll tell you. It's very good insight to ask questions. Like they will tell you what's not working, and it's a very good opportunity for you to fix what's not working. I know it's hard, but don't shy away from feedback. It's always going to be the, let's say, the fastest way to make you improvements in your business. How did the chat go? Yeah, it went well. Thanks. Okay, cool. So now this was in the middle of the ticket. Now I have here on the right-hand side, because Zendesk is very, very flexible and it has a very flexible API. You can connect any kinds of systems to it. Like if you have your third-party database living in even in a on a computer machine, on a machine somewhere, or in the cloud, preferably, obviously, you can connect it to Zendesk. Now, this is a custom integration built out, and I can see, for example, the history of this customer. Now, how this works is, I'm just going to shut this off real quick. Okay. So this integration is seeing automatically this customer, like Dominic that has written to me. It sees automatically, it goes and sees, okay, this information is relevant to Dominic because they have these 2 orders. So they ordered with us twice, okay? And I can see the information about their order. I can see stuff that they bought from us, how much it was worth. I can see what articles they viewed. And I can integrate a bunch of other other apps in here. For example, I can integrate with Jira, Asana. There's, I think, over 1,500 integrations already in the Zendesk marketplace. So this is just like a few examples, but this is how you would use the right-hand side of the ticket. Okay, I know that I am maybe running a little bit over. What I wanted to show you is the last thing is Zenith Explorer. As this is where you keep your reports in Zendesk. So I'm just going to show you what comes out of the box. Of course, you can create custom reports, but I'm just going to focus right now on what comes with the out of the box, because this is more than enough to start out. Of course, you can go granular, but before you do that, before you run, you learn to walk. So this is what comes in pre-built for Zendesk support. So you have, for tickets, for example, you have a filter, and you have the groups. The groups in Zendesk are departments. You have to get used to the Zendesk terminology. The brands, the ticket channels that you're offering support for, and you can, of course, choose which ones you want to see information for. This is dynamic, of course. You can apply it, and I can see, okay, see this is automatically changed. Ticket form, the role, organization, created tickets, unsolved, and then, of course, solved. I can see the tickets created, which time of day, what date they have been created, of course, by channel, by brand, and I have, wait. Now, I wanted to show you, for example, efficiency. Now, this is a very important one. First reply time and first resolution time. These are the ones that are linked to the customer satisfaction the most. So the better you do these, for example, lower than 3 hours for email and web form, and under, let's say, 5 minutes for social channels, you're good. You get you're I don't know, you're 5 times more likely to get a thumbs up. And the first resolution, if you do that under a day, but if you need more time, for example, if you set the right expectations, then you tell the customer, hey, this takes me a while because I'm going to have to escalate, and it's going to take me approximately 2 days. They won't mind. They will be actually happy because you let them know and you make them feel seen, and people like that. Of course, we do. Why not? Okay, so this has been it from my side. Let's. I know I've taken a little bit more time. I apologize. But there's just so much things to see, and I just went like very speedy through them. Now, the next thing on our list is the spotlight session with a customer story from Kilo Health, and Tomas is going to answer a few questions for us. And Ksenia, would you mind asking a few questions to Tomas?
Yeah, absolutely. Tomas, would you like to introduce yourself first? Just for a second. Who are you? What's your company doing?
I think you're muted, Tomas.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my company basically building the products that are related with health and well-being. And there are quite a lot of them. I think currently we have connected 18 to Zendesk. And I am tech support lead, so I'm basically responsible for all tech support functionalities within our team. And our team is quite large, which consists of 120 agents and probably 20 different brands. So there are quite a lot of escalations and routing things happening within the Zendesk.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Thomas. And actually, you have more than 20 brands, right? Around 20 brands. And I'm pretty sure you have a lot of customers. And what have you seen when it comes to the expectations of your customers?
I would distinguish several things here. And probably the three most important for me would be omnichannel option. So that the customer could contact the brand within their preferred channel. Then that would be speed of service. As the Dominic mentioned, that the metrics like first response time and full resolution time, they are mostly related to a good satisfaction score. And the third thing would be service by their native language. Since we are entering the markets in different countries, and English language is not the most suitable language for some people, especially like French people or Germans. So Zendesk gives us a really good functionality to manage the translations.
Yeah, and actually, how have you adapted to meet these expectations? Because you have quite a lot.
I would tend to go here into more detail, maybe. So we have utilized Agent Workspace, and it's a really useful functionality. Those that are not familiar with it, basically is an environment where the tickets from a variety of channels can be served in one environment. So as Dominic showed in the demo, you can serve emails, talk, and chats in one environment. So that helps us to utilize lots of channels in one environment and have only one tool. Then we have heavily utilized Explorer, and Explorer helps us to manage all the data. So we have our own custom dashboards, and based on the data, we do arrange rotas for agents, and we do efficiency tracking. And one more thing that I wanted to mention is, for instance, the product has a high percentage of multi-touch tickets. So the functionality of Explorer, and SLA and routing allows to reduce the full resolution time within Zendesk.
Yeah, it seems like you utilize Zendesk a lot. So your satisfaction score must be 100%. But I would like to ask you, what has been your biggest challenge over the past 2 years?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably I would say that the biggest challenge was to adapt to customers' needs to contact product from a variety of channels. For instance, we have one product that have IVRs. It has phone line, email, chatbot, Facebook, Instagram, and depending on the market, we're probably going to introduce WhatsApp and direct Twitter messages. So Zendesk as a tool is probably the best tool for us in the market that allows to have such a variety of integrations.
Are you planning to implement something else in the coming years? And if so, what it would be?
I think so. The first thing that I'm looking for is a chatbot. I'm still waiting for a couple of functionalities to be added, probably more related with API, but Dominic just showed that you can extract particular data from DHL within API. So that seems very promising, and that's the thing that I would be looking for. Also, as I mentioned, I would be looking for WhatsApp and Twitter direct messages. They are also quite new, and the WhatsApp has been recently updated. So you can add more things like carousels. You can also add API within the WhatsApp. And other things in Zendesk, we have the things that are called the things that are related with CRM. So you can connect your own CRM and see ticket events and variety of satisfaction, variety of interactions within your CRM. So probably that would be the functionalities that I would be looking for within the next year.
Yeah, we are improving our products and we'll definitely get there. And actually, what do you think is going to be the most important to the customers this year?
I would think a speed of service, because it's a fast-paced environment probably for everyone who works in IT, and the speed of service is the most important thing for the customers.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And actually, the last question is, what have you done to take advantage of the relevant data and insights to offer the personalized experience to your customers?
We have enabled a feature in Zendesk which is called profiles and events, and that basically makes easy to collect and tie all the customers together in one place. So you can have your customers interaction in one place in real time, and when your agent contacts you, let's say within the chat, so you can provide fast and personalized service then.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. That sounds pretty promising and great. Yeah, thank you so much, Tomas.
No problem at all.
Okay, so now the next session is going to be the Q&A. So any questions that that you community, everyone joining has, please go ahead in shoot in the chat. We're happy to look into your questions. Now, Tomas, I'd like to until we get to give people a bit of a chance to leave their questions. That's impressive, man. So 120 agents, that seems like a lot of responsibility. So I imagine that, yeah, it gets busy sometimes, right? Having to manage so many accounts. Is that correct?
Yes, it depends on the season, but well, we had the trouble probably a few years ago when our first response time was like, I don't know, 6 days maybe. And I don't know, within the last half year, we haven't crossed the line of 6 hours of the first response time. But that's because we have heavily utilized Explorer. We do the forecasting, and that's basically the basics for the management of your workload.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the share sorry, not the share screening. I just want to move this here. Okay, so I can keep an eye out for any comments or questions. Okay, so let's see. I have another question of my own, and that is regarding how much does a process take to implement, for example, Zendesk? Usually, companies are always thinking when they're making this decision, like, hey, do I want to move to a new system? How long is it going to take? How many hours does it take to set up my system? If I'm a small company, how much does it take? And if I'm a big company, how much does that take? From your experience, do you have any idea? Can you share with us? I know also, but yeah, I'm challenging you to share how much you think, how much time it really is needed sometimes.
I would gather the details, like what channels do they want to connect, how many agents do they have, how many languages they want to utilize, and then based on that, probably would be able to let them know the hours. But let's say if you have channel, email, help center, and one language, I probably would say between 30 to 50.
30 to 50 hours.
Yeah, that would include also the training for administrators.
Okay, I see. Understood. And okay, so let's see. Any other questions that you might have? I know that we're running a little bit out of time. So what I wanted to show is this. So you can use your phone and you can have access to this quiz to measure the health of your customer service system. So yeah, actually, let's see if it works. So at the end of it, at the end of this quiz, which takes 5 to 7 minutes, you'll be able to see if you're doing well with your setup. You can justify, for example, asking for resources to management. You can see what exactly you can improve, quick wins that you can take away, and yeah, also to see how you can optimize your system. You can find some solutions at the end of it. Let's see. Make sure this works. Yes, it works. Okay. Yeah, so if you use this, you'll be able to see how to optimize your system, justify budgets, know what to improve, pick the right technology, even if you're not using Zendesk, plan for the future, and yeah, and help you cut some costs, because yeah, everybody wants to do that. Okay, so let's see. Any other questions in the meantime? Happy to address. So I myself, for example, like the biggest challenge was to get people to understand how valuable using Zendesk is, and not necessarily Zendesk, but using a customer service tool, and how important it is to think about the system, think about what you're trying to solve. Because if you use a customer service system, it can help you maintain revenue within your company. It can help you not necessarily give a bad experience, because bad experiences usually make customers want to go to a competitor. And many companies still view the customer service team as a cost center, whereas new data shows that it's actually a revenue center as well. Now, I will be focusing on this in the next year myself to surface how to go about thinking about how to make a revenue center out of the customer service system. It's especially with Zendesk, because now Zendesk has added this Zendesk Sell functionality, which is kind of like not kind of, but it's a sales pipeline functionality. It's essentially a new tool that Zendesk has added to its portfolio that communicates with the customer service system, and you can very easily transfer your customer support request as an opportunity, as a lead into Zendesk Sell. So you can perform sales directly on the leads that come into the system. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. We're actually running out of time, so if you guys have any closing thoughts, I'd be happy to address. If not, we can close it. What do you think? Ksenia? Tomas?
No questions, but yeah, I'm open. Like, if you have any questions, you may reach out directly to Dominic or to me.
Yes, definitely. You can definitely reach out to any of us. Do we have the emails here? No, but I will do a follow-up and send the recording, and also include everyone's contact, so we're all in the loop. Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so yeah, this is actually very good for time. I'm actually very proud that we're doing it within 1 hour. I ideally would like to do these even shorter, because usually I think 40 minutes is the best time span of attention that usually people have, but maybe next time.
That's why first 20 minutes was mine.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was lovely to chat with you. It was lovely to have this interview. Interview, this webinar, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.